I am here in the beautiful city of Detroit to visit one of the incredible small businesses. But before I go in, I want to address what we learned today. Donald Trump has dragged us into a war the American people do not want. He has put American troops in harm's way. I unequivocally oppose this war of choice, and everyone should. And the bottom line, when it comes down to it, is that if we want to stop Donald Trump with this random decision that he has arrived at, then Congress must act, and Congress must act immediately. The American people do not want our sons and daughters to go into this unauthorized war of choice, and I unequivocally oppose it. Thank you.
I'm just letting y'all know, Iran said that we are safe. They're only after one person and one person only. But we are safe. Okay? All right.
Don't be saying too much about Iran. They said that we're cool. They said that we are cool. They said African Americans have been through a lot. So don't say too much. Don't go over there and don't be doing too much. And you know, if you look like us and you wearing that camo, you better not be doing too much. Because they said that we cool. They said that we cool. So I just want to let y'all remember that. Like, they said that we cool. They know that we kidnapped. They know that we're hostage. We have no nationalism in this bitch. We ain't got no say. We ain't got no motherfucking... I ain't got no say. I ain't got no say. You see, we try to give them a black woman president. An actual... Like, and she's still not even African American. The bitch is everything but... We got the lightest one. They didn't even want her. Obama doesn't count. Obama's not African American. He's not black American. He doesn't count. His dad's Kenyan. Doesn't. We have no say about anything. Don't even look at Obama. Don't look at Kamala. They don't represent us.
Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for all the support. I really appreciate it. So after this video, do subscribe, like and follow my channel for more videos like this. You see, the internet never failed to surprise me, because in the middle of all this tension right now between the United States, Israel and Iran, bombs flying, missiles flying, political talking tough, suddenly a video pops up online where the Iranian government is saying something very unexpected. They said Black Americans are welcome in Iran, that they would be safe and even exempt from the war. Now, when I saw that clip, I had to pause, because first of all, the whole situation between America, Israel and Iran is extremely serious. We're talking about a conflict that could easily drag the whole Middle East into chaos. But at the same time, this moment also shows something very interesting about how Black Americans are viewed globally. Because imagine being in the middle of a potential global conflict and another country is basically saying, look, we have issues with the US government, but Black Americans, you are good. That's wide. But before we even get into that video, let's quickly talk about how this whole situation between the United States and Iran even started. A lot of people think this tension started yesterday. No, this thing goes back decades. Back in 1979, Iran had a revolution that removed the pro-Western government and replaced it with the Islamic Republic. Since then, Iran has viewed the United States and Israel as major enemies. Encyclopedia Britannica. Fast forward to 2000s, the biggest issue became Iran's nuclear program. The US and the Israel believe Iran is trying to develop nuclear weapons, while Iran says its program is for peaceful energy. There was even a bigger nuclear deal in 2015 meant to limit Iran's nuclear activities, but tension kept building. Then recently, things exploded again. On February 28, 2026, the United States and Israel launches coordinated strikes on Iranian targets, including military and nuclear facilities. Iran responded with missiles and drone attacks against United States bases and Israel targets across the region. So right now, the world is watching a very dangerous escalation, and in the middle of all this video appears.
Morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. Do you guys remember back when the big beautiful bill was being talked about and they were going through everything in it? Do you guys remember them saying that they were cutting out Medicare or Medicaid and the VA benefits? That the VA, the veterans, they couldn't get their medical benefits. They couldn't get their mental health benefits and medicine that they needed to stay stable. You know, because of the PSTD that they suffered over, you know, in the wars that they've had to go and participate in. Remember how we were just talking about, we got veterans right now that are homeless. They don't have any more medical benefits. They don't have any more mental health care benefits. Remember we were just talking about that? And the administration that took all that away from them is the same administration who's saying that they finna ask you to go out and fight for them. The same administration and the leader of the administration that when the first casualty came home from the Iran war last night, when that flag-covered coffin was brought out that plane, there was no president there to salute it. But they're expecting you. This very person is expecting you to go out and lay your life down in Iran. For what? For what? They've already shown you. And see, this is what happens when people show their true colors once they feel like they don't need you anymore. See, when there was no war going on, they were telling the veterans, we taking your benefits, we taking your health care, we taking any type of financial assistance. We don't care no more. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You getting too much money. You can't get disability and your retirement package. You can't get them both. That's too much money. This is all the things they were telling actually veterans that had already went out there to put their life down for this country under the promise of when you come back, we got you. It's so many veterans out here that have been dropped by this administration. And this same administration is now asking people to get up and re-up and go back out and do it again, to come home to face the same thing the veterans that we're watching today suffer. Who the hell is finna sign up for that? I know mine not. He can put Barron out there. He can put Don Jr. and Eric. Let them go out there. They the ones making all the money from it anyway. That family has made billions of dollars in a year. Billions. It's time for them to pay up. We can't even pay our rent, mortgage, car note, insurance. God forbid something happens, we have to go to the hospital. We doomed. But you want our lives out there while the ones are sitting back here with all the money are sitting up looking at us going, and going on about their rich business. Who the hell do they think finna sign up for that? You have already shown us you will not take care of the veterans once they return home from going out there doing your bidding. You're showing us right now that when they come home, you don't even have the decency, the empathy or compassion or respect to come out there and receive those bodies. And you think people finna line up? Put Barron out there. Yeah. If I was anybody in this country when they talking about, if I don't see Barron and Eric and Don, I ain't going. They can't arrest everybody. But I know one thing. If theirs not out there, if their kids are not out there, if Lindsey Graham folk ain't out there, if all these other Rick Scott, if y'all people ain't out there, don't ask for us. You lead by example. You believe in it so much, you make the ultimate sacrifice. Quit asking other people to do it. This y'all idea is not ours. And if it's your idea, you should back it, or you should back it with your people. If them rich folks ain't out there, mine ain't going nowhere near that motherfucker. Say what you want to say. I don't care. Excuse my language, but right about now, if Barron and Don Jr. and Eric ain't out there, don't look for mine. And I don't mean out there in the upper position. I mean where you can look down the line and see them. Yeah, just like Prince Harry was out there. He was in the Royal Military. Then the first family kids should be out here in this military. Since it's their dad is doing. Mine ain't going. I don't know about nobody else. I don't care what you say. Where theirs at. And we already know what you're going to do when they get back. So, who finna be a fool? When you done already show me what you're going to do. Once a person shows you who they are, believe them. I do. And I'm going to get on up out of here. But I got one question to ask, and this is to the MAGA supporters. Y'all sending y'all kids out there? Y'all got them ready? Y'all ready for them to be great again? Because it's going to be y'all's. It ain't going to be ours.
When that man threatened Iran last week, he said to the protesters, don't worry, help is on the way. And he said to the Iranian leaders, y'all need to back up. And then the Iranian leaders or a spokesperson or someone in government said, we're not going to miss next time. And the U.S. at the White House level sort of quieted down. And you know what? Listen, I just remember, I'm old enough to remember, during the Iranian hostage crisis, as we called it here in this country, when the U.S. embassy fell to the revolution there and American hostages were taken. And what most Americans remember is that the hostages were held for 300-something days, maybe 313 days or something. Americans started having a yellow ribbon to symbolize the hostages and all this kind of stuff. And the hostages were released. First there was an attempt to get them out, and that failed. And eventually they were released, and it was negotiated and worked out under Jimmy Carter. But Reagan had won the election and had worked out to hold those hostages there until he got in. So in pop culture, many people think Reagan got the hostages released with. But that's not what this video is about. You know what this video is about? When they had those hostages, the Iranians said, we're going to let the black people go. The Iranians let the black people go because they said, listen, we know y'all working here for this government, but we know you are not in control of that government over there in the United States. Y'all can go. And that's sort of some forgotten history about the what we call the Iranian hostage crisis. And so now that there's another little battle going on between this government and the Iranians and the revolution there and the battles we're having here, all I'm saying is, if y'all decide to do something, just remember, just like y'all let us go last time, leave us out of this mess.
The fact that the U.S. is likely going to war with Iran is annoying to me. Like, the idea of war feels so primitive. Every time I think about war, I literally think about cavemen, because what are we actually doing here? You know what I mean? Like, why are we damaging the planet when we have to live on the planet? It doesn't matter which side wins the war when we're quite literally destroying the planet that everyone has to live on collectively. Like, that's one thing I've never understood. It's quite literally such primitive ways of thinking. And I really do think that wars are manufactured and orchestrated to be what they are, because I don't believe that these wars are just naturally and organically happening at this point in history. Maybe in the past, there were organic wars for certain things, but I feel like now at this point, all the world leaders are in cahoots. Like, they are under the same understandings. They're able to meet up at these world meetings, but then there's all these conflicts around the world. That doesn't add up, and it's not making any sense. So to me, this war and this conflict is annoying, because it really should not be happening, and it doesn't have to happen. But quite literally, I feel like there is this thirst for power and also this plan going on in the background that basically not everyone is aware of, but they're going along with what they're doing within the government. But I just don't think that there needs to be any conflict or war with Iran. Like, I feel like that just came out of nowhere, and it feels made up, and it's just like they wanted to do something and have some sort of war or conflict with someone. That's genuinely what it feels like. And all of this shit is dumb to me. It makes no sense that we would be even going to war with Iran at all. Not at all.
Hey, hold up. Hold up. Shorty say that black people are cool. Iran said we cool. And I'm just like, I don't think that's how that works. I don't think it just goes like, oh, y'all, all the inner city places, y'all cool. You know, we just gonna trip off of like Hollywood and certain parts of Texas. Stop. Of course, we gotta dive into the comments. Like, so they supposed to just dodge us? It's supposed to like have some type of radar where it's like doo blacks? Nah, I don't think that's. You think the people with the, I don't know. How the bill is supposed to. Why they got Shamar just going through it? I gotta go find out what Shamar said. Somebody put in the comments what Shamar said. I think Shamar dropped a song or something, but I don't think the bomb's gonna just dodge us though. I don't think the the military blacks are gonna just like be out of dodge either. I don't think they're gonna just be like, nah, don't get those guys that's shooting at us though. They cool in the game. They not on the Epstein list. They ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't think it worked like that though. I hope so. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to be in it. I'd rather not. If it works that way, then fine. Hey, sign me up. Goddamn me, sign me up.
Y'all keep saying this, so like, are the bombs racist? And like, they just be like, oh, nope, that's a color, leave them alone. Or like, am I missing something? Because when them bombs get to dropping, I just want to know. And I'm not trying to fearmonger nobody or nothing like that, but I just want to know, are we like, am I missing something?
Now, after watching that clip, I had the mixed reactions because on one hand, it's honestly fascinating to see another country make a distinction between the American government and black Americans. That's not something you hear often. But on the other hand, it also shows how global politics was. Countries sometimes try to win public opinion by speaking directly to certain groups. And let's be honest here, black Americans have always had a unique position in global conversations about race, justice, and power. The entire world knows the history, slavery, segregation, civil rights struggles. So when situations like this happen, some countries try to frame themselves as allies to black people while criticizing the United States government. But here is the thing, black Americans are not pawns in international politics. They are not tools for propaganda. And at the same time, black Americans also have the right to analyze these situations critically, because war is never simple. Government fights, politicians argue, but ordinary people, whether in America, Iran, Israel, or anywhere else, are the ones who suffer the consequences. That's the sad reality. And honestly, when I see stuff like this online, I just shake my head because it reminds you how complicated global politics really is. One moment you are scrolling through TikTok or Twitter, next moment you are watching governments sending messages to entire racial groups during a war. That's the world we live in right now. At the end of the day, this situation between the United States, Israel, and Iran is extremely serious. People's lives are involved, and while videos like this can go viral online, we should always remember that behind every conflict are millions of ordinary people who just want peace and stability. But I'm curious, what do you think when you saw that clip of Iran saying black Americans would be safe? Did you see it as genuine, or did it feel like political messaging during wartime? Let me know in the comments, because the conversation like this matters. Thank you.